vets, but they're new to what we're doing, and we have some young guys that are finding their way. And I think this team kind of coming together and finding an identity and really congealing with Trey was going to be a process. So you're heading down that line, and then you take that variable out, and you're not starting from scratch, but a lot of the guys, all of a sudden, their roles are a little different, and we're all trying to maybe do a little more here, but understand you don't have to do that much because he's doing that, like all those nuances that go into it. But so, yeah, I think this is a different situation, and particularly given the time of the year that it's happening, and the roster, as you mentioned.
Quinn, one of the early season trends we're seeing across the league is higher defensive pickup points, more backcourt pressure. I was wondering what you think of that trend in general, what you think the trade-offs are if teams choose to employ that style.
Yeah.
What some good counters are for an offense.
Well, it was a big focus for us in the offseason because they are going out. And it's Damian Lillard, Steph Curry, and Trae Young. And, I think that's, I may be forgetting somebody. But Trey's getting picked up for different reasons, not necessarily because of his, the way that the range that he shoots with. That's not to say he doesn't do that, but he's getting picked up to impact offense. I think equally important is the size of the people that are picking up. That's one of the reasons, and I think this is applicable where you want to pass the ball if you're looking for a way to mitigate that on some level where you have multiple handlers. And someone like Trey, he and I have talked about this a ton, and him playing without the ball, and being the guy that's spacing. When you run, he's going to be a primary handler, but are there other things you can do in set plays in particular? It's harder to do that, after a miss. It happens more in a dead ball and a make. So it's something that, you've seen that trend going that way, and it's an obvious one to us because we've got a guy that, is impacted by it in a significant way. So there's a lot of things that, and now we've got a different situation because those pickup points stay there, but we don't have, someone that's been, Nikhil's played play point, but he's also played two. His comfort level there is going to be important. Keaton Wallace, who, has been great in our organization, going from an Exhibit 10 to a two-way to a roster player. And now